Cardano has crashed significantly. Since the highs shortly after Donald Trump was elected, Cardano has now fallen over 60%. But XRP, an unlikely hero, might push Cardano to new all-time highs. Because there's big news coming for XRP. Ripple just released a video and it opens with the Cardano logo, and we're going to explain exactly what is going on, and then we're going to do a price prediction for Cardano, so you're going to want to stick around to the end. And here is the post. It's from Ripple, the parent company of XRP. And in this video, they start the video with a Cardano logo, and everybody in the Cardano community has noticed. If we look at the quote tweets here, the quote posts, Cardano logo is not accidental. Ripple and Cardano collab leaked, most likely real too. ADA XRP with the handshake, ADA and XRP, and everybody's tagging Cardano influencers here. So what is going on with this big news? Now, this has led many to wonder, is Ripple signaling a collaboration with Cardano? And while no official announcement has been made confirming a partnership, cannot be overlooked as a coincidence. Now, the official part is what has a lot of people kind of up in arms. Is this happening or not? Well, let's listen to the unofficial word from Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano.
On what level do you see Cardano and XRP working together? I think we can add amazing DeFi components to XRP. I think they can add a lot of liquidity, and they can add a wonderful stablecoin layer, bridges definitely, and it would be super cool to see if there's a path to get Midnight working with XRP.
So this was Charles Hoskinson speaking in November 2024, but he also spoke on it in December of that same year.
There were some technical discussions and some business discussions, and we also wish them well on RLUSD. You know, that's a major win for the XRP ecosystem. I really want RLUSD not only to succeed on XRP, but I'd like to see it become a multi-chain asset, go across the entire ecosystem, and it'd be a lot of fun to see if we can bring it to Cardano.
And that was Charles Hoskinson talking to Big Pay. In one last video, this was the most recent one. This is from March 27th, so now we're only going back about a week and a half.
We've been talking to Ripple about getting RLUSD.
And so while we haven't heard an official word just yet, unofficially, it seems very clear the Cardano team working diligently to add XRP's stablecoin onto Cardano. But you want to know, what does this mean for the price? Now, first, why is this a good thing? Well, Tap Tools has a great post here. They're kind of the DeFi llama of Cardano. Why Ripple should integrate RLUSD into Cardano. Cardano has no dominant stablecoin, so the lane is wide open. RLUSD could become the first default stable asset across DeFi. We also have native asset support, meaning no bridges, no wrapping, which will lower the risk and lower the fees. 100% uptime in the Cardano ecosystem. ADA has never gone down. Proven security, ready to scale. Plus deep retail and developer demand for stablecoin liquidity. Cardano DeFi is growing and waiting for a major player to lead. And Cardano, and this is Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, Ripple Labs and XRP might lead the charge here. But now let's talk about the price action. I want to give a quick shout out to LBank Exchange. It is my favorite exchange to get all of the latest trading pairs, all of the hottest meme coins and altcoins. You can go to the spot trading, or you could do futures, perpetual trading. And we have a link down below with the tutorial on the top of our page. Tons and tons of features here, 24/7 customer support, huge reach here, huge volume, millions of users, and they have over 200 countries and regions covered. So go ahead, open up an account, deposit some funds, and start your trading journey. I found a great chart on Cardano dominance. This chart came from All In Crypto. Make sure you're following him. He has great content when it comes to technical analysis. He pointed out something in the market cap dominance of ADA. So this is the percentage of the entire crypto market cap that Cardano makes up. And in 2018, it hit 5%, then dipped as low as, 0.4% in the bear market. But it made a perfect head and shoulders pattern on the log chart when you're looking at Cardano dominance. Now, the way you would measure this is from the neckline. You'd measure the length from the shoulder to the top of the head, and then look how perfectly that's a confluence there. And so we found another head and shoulders pattern forming in this bullish environment for Cardano, suggesting that this could be the bottom. You see the shoulder, you see the head, you see another shoulder. So measuring this gave us the same exact height here. Now maybe adjust it a little bit, move it up to the upside, boom. This is going to be your 2025 target for Cardano. And if you look on the top right, you'll see that equals about a 3.7% dominance. We're actually going to lower that to about 3.5% just to make the math a little bit easier. Now, we're not going to be able to do a Cardano price prediction without knowing what the entire market cap is going to be worth. So to do that, we got to look at total crypto market cap. We're looking at the weekly chart here. I think we're going to maybe potentially follow this little pattern here. There's a little rising parallel channel here. And let's assume the top of the crypto market cap could reach the top of this range. And if you look there, 5 trillion, almost on the dot if it happens in October, pretty much on the dot there. So 5 trillion if it happens on the 13th of October. So let's go back to Cardano dominance. So dominance could hit about 3.5% of 5 trillion. So what is 3.5% of $5 trillion? So what is 3.5% of $5 trillion? We've done the math here. Need some commas, but this is $175 billion. So $175 billion could be the potential top for Cardano's market cap. But now let's break that down per token. So we pull up Cardano here and we see the market cap. The market cap is 20 billion and we're shooting for 175 billion. And so that can go into 175 a little under 9 times. And so Cardano's price, multiply that by 9. Now you're looking at close to a $5 Cardano. And the actual math, if you're, a little bit anal here, $5.18. We're looking at a $5 Cardano for 2025. So I'm DZ for Discover Crypto, and hopefully I'll see you and your ADA bags at the top. Now's not the time to get shaken out.